So Omni Rankings just came out with a new WNIT bracket as to 2023, and they came out with new predictions to win the championship and new WNIT selection. And I'm going to take a look at them. So here we go. East, that's still Albany. No surprise there. American, Memphis. No real surprise there. And so far is the favorite. And obviously they're probably going to win the championship unless they get upset. Ooh, and they'll still be in anyways. Like 10 Rhode Island. It's UMass's to win. But I think Rhode Island could win. Maybe UMass gets in anyways, who knows. So I can see Rhode Island or UMass, one of the two losing. I can see it. So it makes sense. Syracuse and ACC, no surprise there. ACC's deep and the Power Conference, so they get a lot of teams in. And Syracuse has just been falling lately. Syracuse is 18-11. They're projected to be NC State, and then as they did lose at home to NC State to like 2. They're projected to win by a few by 0, but they were projected to win. It's supposed to be by maybe I won the win over NC State. That's what they're projected to win by. So I could see that, And then you have Liberty, which is no surprise there. Florida Gulf Coast looks like they're going to win the Sun. Big 12 Texas Tech. Yeah, I mean, you got TCU. I mean, they're pretty deep, Texas. I mean, who else is going to win it? Kansas looks like they might make the tournament. Iowa State's obviously going to make it. Kansas looks like they're probably going to make it. You have TCU, which is not going to make it. Oklahoma's going to make it to it. Kansas State, are they going to make it to it? I don't think they're going to make the tournament. They'll probably make the WNIT maybe. Texas Tech looks like a better pick for the WNIT. You don't have West Virginia is on the bubble. I think they'll make it on the bubble. I mean, Texas Tech, yeah, unless some West Virginia sneaks in, but maybe they're on the bubble of the NCAAs, maybe. Yeah, but I could see them making it in the NIT, because they're in the WNT, because they're in the bubble of the NCAAs. I mean, because the Big 12 was the 10 teams in Big 12, besides TCU, are pretty good. You have Seton Hall in the Big East, no surprise there, as you have Crane, Marquette, St. John's, UPenn, all making it. So it's no surprise here that probably everyone but Butler and Xavier, the rest of them will make it to the WNT. Probably most likely, but we'll see though. Depends, Montana State and the Big Sky. They're the favorites, but I can see it. Maybe Sacramento State. Maybe unless you think Montana lose Sacramento State. Yeah, they actually lost them on the road by 9, but they beat them at home by 1 point. So, wow. And then we got Nebraska, which is no surprise there. Nebraska is kind of struggling. They're 13, 17, 19. Well, maybe they get in on the bubble. And you do have to play a second round Big East or a Big 10 game. You don't play a first round Big 10 game on Wednesday. They play on Thursday. Second round, or so maybe they sneak in. But I see they more likely sneak into WNIT. UC around the Bay West. Yeah, Long Beach State looks like they have the win. Unless Long Beach gets upset, UC won't make it. Northeastern, the Colonial. Are they the favorite to win the Colonial? Maybe they are. Or is Drexel, or is Drexel that? No, Drexel's the favorite. But there could be other upsets like North Carolina. Maybe it's if Drexel gets upset, maybe Drexel and Northeastern both get in the WNT. I could see that. UTEP. And UTEP is actually the favorite to get in the WNT. They're 13-7. Yeah, I mean, Middle Tennessee's going to be in. Unless WKU gets in, but they have a worse overall record. They should have a conference record. So yeah, I could see UTEP getting in because of a better overall record. I see that. I can definitely see that. And then you have the Green Bay gang in, obviously. That's no surprise there. I mean, Cleveland, it's most likely again the NCAAs. Unless they're an upset, then maybe, but maybe Green Bay, Cleveland. Maybe Green Bay gets or Cleveland and Green Bay will get in if they both lose in the Horizon Tournament. And maybe you got Princeton. Yeah, it's gonna be Princeton or Columbia. And yeah, maybe both get in the NCAAs. But if only one gets in, yeah, most likely it's gonna be in obviously the winner Princeton, Columbia. Probably they're playing the summer in the championship. Winner gets in to turn the loser goes at home. Medtronic is Quinnipiac. Last place there, fifth. This place there is at Onas. Did she win? Onas 19-1 over 2.5 in the Met. They have played some tough non-conference. They played them. They actually did. They played Providence and St. John's. Yeah, plus the Providence only by 3. Their non-conference wasn't super tough, but but they have been kind of sort of steamroller in the conference. Near the end, somewhat. And then play some close ones, but and then it is Bowling Green in the Mid-American. Yeah, it's gonna be Bowling Green. Probably Bowling Green, Toledo. Those 3 teams, maybe Kent. But it's probably gonna be Bowling Green, Ball State. They're thinking it's gonna be number 1 seed. Let's see Bowling Green and Ball State. Loser that makes it to the WNIT. They're predicted 14-4 because they're projected to lose to Toledo, but they're projected to beat Ball State at home. So I can see that. Yeah, it's gonna be Ball State, Bowling Green. The winner gets in the, or maybe Toledo. Winner gets in the NCAAs. Loser gets in the WNIT. And the semi teams probably get it. Then you got Morgan State in the MEAC. Norfolk is the winner in the MEAC. Is the MEAC winners? They're projected to be in. So I can see that. I can see that. If Morgan, we'll see. Obviously, I can see Morgan getting because Norfolk should have that bid. Missouri Valley, Belmont. Yeah, there's a couple. Yeah, Belmont's good, but I mean, there's a better team out there. Is Drake. I don't know who's gonna get the automatic bid. Maybe Belmont is the automatic bid. Or is it Southern? No, I honestly don't know. Who's the automatic bid? Is it Murray? No. Who is it? Northern Iowa? Maybe Northern Iowa. They're thinking they're going to get into the NCAA. Because instead Northern Iowa's. I don't know, but maybe. We'll see. I mean, no, West Wyoming. Yeah. That's no surprise. There's the UNLV's. Northeast Cigarette. Yeah, that's Fairleigh Dickinson's. Honestly, Fairleigh Dickinson. It's 14-2. Yeah, they're favored to win. So no surprise there. UALR, Low Rock. I'm surprised Low Rock is still in the fake conversation for the WNIT. Low Rock should be in the NCAAs. Should be, because look how Eastern Illinois has been losing games. Eastern Illinois has been losing games like crazy. Last one SAB, last one is Southeast Missouri, last one the Low Rock, which is not surprising if they split, but Tennessee Tech, they lost 2, and they're all favored. And again, 3 of them are on the road, but 1 was at home, so it's like, so I don't know, maybe they'll be better off suited, maybe they'll get off their foot if they have a little longer break. And until like the 3rd, and they play OVC championship at home and win, or on the neutral site and win. Maybe they might be only have to win 2 games, so maybe they'll get their footing on right. Well, Pac-12 is Washington. That's no surprise there. Washington's 15-14 or something in the Pac-12. Then you have to play Oregon, which, yeah, I mean, or they could be Oregon, they could lose to Oregon. But I won't be. That's not really super surprising. Is there in the bubble? Peaches, Lehigh. It was Holy Crosses. Looks like it's going to be Boston University's. And obviously they're undefeated in Peach. They're 22-7, 22-6, 17 overall. And they got to play a Holy Cross, which most likely they're going to win the conference tournament. They should be favored to win the conference tournament. Obviously, in go undefeated conference, which would be really tough to do. And Holy Cross had the 2nd place selected, but then now they've been struggling, so it's Lehigh's, yeah. SEC Arkansas. Arkansas is kind of one of those teams in the bubble. I mean, they're 21-11 overall, but they're 8-9 in the SEC. They're going to be projected, because they're projected to beat Missouri by 6, which I can see them beat Missouri. They beat Missouri at home by 28, and they beat Missouri on the road by 22, maybe a neutral site. Or they beat them by like less, but I can see that, you know. We'll see. I can see that. Wofford though, is Wofford for the Women's Open? Or is it UNC Greensboro? No? Who is it? ETS? Is it ETSU's? Maybe it's ETSU's turn. Yeah, maybe it's ETSU's. They're 10-5 in the Sokan. Maybe they do win. ETSU does win the Sokan. I can see that. You know, Wofford, ETSU switching their Southeastern Louisiana. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really, yeah, just a pool grabs, but if they lose, maybe they're thinking they're going to lose in the final. Or there's place in the place sort of because they don't know. But I can definitely see them. Yeah, and then Alabama State in the SWAC, yeah, it's Jackson State to win. Pretty much they just got to lose on their own merit. I mean, they lost one in conference, but I mean, plus Bethune-Cookman was favored to win the WNIT bid for a while in the SWAC. They were actually favored in the SWAC. In the 2 seed in the regular season, but then they kept losing. They lost after they got blown out by Jackson State at home. Jackson State was on the road. They blew them out. It was like, dang. Now they've been struggling since, and they might even make the SWAC 8-team SWAC field, top 8 teams SWAC tournament. They make the SWAC tournament. Now it's Alabama State. They beat Alabama A&M, which Alabama A&M has a game behind them. In the SWAC scene, they're 11-5, 13-13. They're just a game behind them in the SWAC. So, must animus. And if they're tied, 13-5 overall, yeah, 12-6. So they're thinking they're going to beat Grambling. And so they're going to lose one of them. One of them. They'll beat the other. Yeah, and they're thinking, Alabama State might beat. Yeah, they lost to Grambling, so they lose to Grambling, but they'll beat Southern. Again? Possibly? Or maybe they'll beat Graham. One of the two. So they'll be, yeah. But either way, yeah, most likely they'll be tied. There could be a tied record or anything. In either way, it's Alabama A&M. The only way Alabama A&M does not make the WNIT is if Alabama State wins out and Alabama A&M loses out. As long as Alabama A&M wins on Thursday against Southern, they're in the WNIT, so we got minimum. So obviously, they'd love to get in the NCAA if Jackson State were upset. But honestly, I think Jackson State's a good representative in the NCAA because they beat Jackson State. Must beat LSU. They must beat LSU in their home on LSU's home floor last season, which was. Whew. So I would honestly, if you're a SWAT, you actually want Jackson in the WNIT or in the NCAA. But if they're in the WNIT, I can see them doing some damage in the WNIT. And then we have North Dakota State. It's South Dakota State. It's basically lose. They played Crane lost them by 7 at home, 9 at home. Let's see, UC only by 7 in neutral court. Beat Louisville in neutral court. Beat Rutgers in neutral court. Beat Washington State by 20. They beat Kansas State at neutral court by 4. They beat South Carolina on a neutral court. It was in South Dakota, but it wasn't like their true home floor. It was by 18. In these big games, they just playing another court. It's not like maybe their home court necessarily, but it's kind of like a home advantage for them. Last time I'm still by 18. So losing still kind of not bad. But only by losing them 18 for mid-major. That's pretty good. Some of these teams have been playing close, but always been like 15, 20 point wins, blown out the door. Most of them have been. So, yeah, it's no surprise there. And then Texas State. Yeah, it's Texas State. And then James Madison is the one. With James Madison, probably Texas State loser goes to. I can see loser of those two going to WNIT. Yeah, so Portland and WCC, no surprise there. Maybe Portland could upset Gonzaga, but I just don't see it. I mean, maybe I can see an upset, but I just don't see it when Gonzaga is going to play 2 games to go to the championship, the NCAAs. And then in the WAC, it's Southern Utah. Yeah, Southern Utah was playing well. They've been struggling a little bit, but I mean, I can see them still moving on, but we'll see. And then in that large bid number 1, SMU, not really surprising. They are at 17-10 instead of the American. No surprise there. Clemson, no real surprise there. 17-14, 8-11 overall they would be. That's with a win over Pittsburgh. So it'll be probably 17-15, maybe even 18-15. So if they got a quarter. So no surprise in there. DePaul, no surprise there. They're on the edge. Yeah, they're 15. Maybe they should lose 15-16. So maybe they'll still make with the 500 under 400 rule, maybe. Michigan State, Yeah, should be Nebraska, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, but they're still being there anyways. 15-14 Rice, 21-8, 20 overall. No sprays there. They're good. Harvard, no sprays there. I mean, they're pretty solid. They should be in the top. Obviously, if the top 4 in the Ivy tournament make it, or the Ivy Stings make it tournament, Ivy tournament. So yeah, if long as you make the Ivy tournament, you should be okay. And then Harvard is in there. Toledo, no sprays there. Northern Iowa is pretty solid in the mid-major. They're 21-8, 16-4 overall, so no sprays there. Same winning the NVC Missouri Valley. Overall, ready to be a nice little favorable team in the WNIT tough opponent. So with San Diego State would be a tough team in there. I don't know if they could pull ups there too. I could see that. Oregon State, they're 12-18 overall, 4-15. Yeah, they're thinking they're going to lose to USC, which they probably will. So Oregon State, maybe sneaking as one last in Missouri. 17-13 is 16-11. Yeah, if they beat or lose Sterling, which they lose Sterling at home by 22 and on the road by 28. So yeah, but Arkansas, yeah, it's no surprise there. Missouri will make it there. San Francisco, that's not really a surprise there. They're top 4 seed. They're in the fourth. They're in the 4th seed line in the WCC. And no surprise there. Their conference is really tough. It's a nice, tough mid-major. They're good. I should see them making it. Yeah, East Carolina. Yeah, they're 29 or 11 in the American. I'm surprised they're not ahead of some of these other teams, but maybe they're not conferences like the greatest. But I can see that. I'm still meaning. Virginia. They're in Power 5. And yeah, 16-15 because they get Wake Forest. So 15-15, yeah, or 16-15. I can see that. So making it barely. Georgetown. 12-16, yeah, they gotta play Butler. And then maybe they could lose to Butler. I could see them losing to Butler. But maybe I could see them beating Butler as well. Penn State. 14-16, they're predicted to beat Minnesota. But they did lose to Minnesota in the first game at home by 8. Or in the first game on the road, they lost by 2 in double overtime. And then they lost to Minnesota at home by 8. So maybe I could see them winning, but we'll see. I mean, maybe I could see them losing as well. Penn, no surprise there. Kent State, no surprise there. They're in the top 4 in the MAC and pretty solid MAC team. They are 12-6 over on the 18-9 also no surprise there. No surprise there. Illinois State, they have still 2 more wins, but they'll get them. 17-3 in the MVC if they don't make the tournament. And then NCAA, that'd be really respectful. That'd be a really good, pretty good team to go to the Sweet 16. Probably I could see the WNIT. California, yeah, they should probably lose Washington, but they might sneak in, but barely. I don't see them doing that on the WNIT. In Auburn, if they do, they're gonna make it barely, and they're gonna have to travel on the road to a major school, which is no surprise there if they do. Auburn is gonna be tough. They have to beat Georgia, which that's Georgia by 11, and so in the first meeting, I don't see them beating Georgia, but we'll see. In San Diego, they beat Portland in the WCC tournament. Or in the WCC regular season for second game by 16 at home, and then they lost in the road by 3. So I can see them sneaking in, because they do have the bye that quarters. Houston sneaking in. Houston are 13-15 or 7-5 in the American. The UHSC, which they need to pull off some wins in the American tournament. But to be 5,500, but maybe they sneak in, maybe they don't. I don't see Houston seeking, but we'll see. Georgia Tech, yeah, they're pretty bad. 14-16. They bust Boston College by 11. 12, excuse me. I don't know how they're going to beat Boston College, favored to beat Boston College. But we'll see. Maybe they barely sneak in. Providence is projected to lose to St. John's. No surprise there. 13-18 overall, yeah. That's not. And they did lose to St. John's. So, it's no surprise there. Yeah, they'll probably lose their tournament game, but we'll see. Maybe they actually win their tournament game. We'll see. Minnesota, I think they can beat Penn State a third time. But then their second game in the Big Ten tournament is going to be against Michigan. And most likely, if they lost to Michigan by 34 at home. So I don't see that happening, but we'll see. And then maybe they'll probably be out if they have to win 2 in a row, and then they can lose in the quarters if they upset some of the second. But they have to lose in the quarters then for me to be maybe barely making in with 400 record. Because if they lose, they'd be 12-19. They'll be under 400. 12 wins out 31 games. They'll put them under 400. 19-10 overall, 14-16 in the MVC. Missouri State, no surprises there. Their conference record's pretty respectful. They're making SEC 17-13, 6-11 overall. Yeah, they're projected to lose to Kentucky, which is no surprise. They even only lost by 8. They're a good team. But I should think they'd be a good. I'm making it. WNIT. Tulane and Wake Forest. Tulane 15-12-79 in the American. Yeah, it's no real surprise if they make it. But I mean, they're gonna have to sneak in on the bubble on the edge of the WNIT bubble. Wake Forest, yeah, they should probably lose Virginia. They beat West Virginia by 20 all the way up in the third game of the year. And that's the last time they played them. So maybe things change. But it's going to be close because their teams are different then. And then Vanderbilt. Yeah, Vanderbilt is going to be Texas A&M, but they're going to lose their second conference game. And the second conference tournament game. So it'll be 13-19 overall. Then Boston College will beat Georgia Tech, actually. They beat Georgia Tech by 12. So I don't see it. I just don't see it, though. I just don't see it, though, beating them. I do see them beating Georgia Tech, actually. I don't see them losing Georgia Tech. So maybe they sneak in at 16-17 overall. But we'll see. That's tough, though. So that's my thoughts on the rankings. WNIT bracket. So and so excited. Take care.